This week on Danu on Fire, I'm happy to have the man who has made Asia's best 50 restaurants. Well, we Sri Lankans get a chance to be proud about the fact that we get there with not one, but two restaurants. And the best part is, it's one man's creation that has made this all happen. And also, these two cute ones who are part of his life. I'm talking about Darshan Munidasa. He is not only a great chef, but also a person who has made crabs so much more sexier in our country.
How you doing?
So we have Darshan here, and today it's going to be a bit of a different shoot. I'll tell you more about it when we get on with the show. But Darshan, how does it feel to be one of the reasons for people to come to Sri Lanka? It's your food that has, because a lot of my friends, when they do come, they're like, oh, I went to that place where they serve crab. It has become a staple answer from a lot of people. How does it feel sitting back today and looking at this experience?
Our crabs were always famous. I think we flew out to Singapore to have them, and we just brought them back home. So the star, the crab, was already a big star. We just gave it a home.
And a flavor.
Yes.
That became a signature. All right, so your journey in this whole field of culinary has been very interesting because I would say your hands are really lucky to a point where everyone creates food, but there's something about the food that you've created that has made people come back, and not once, not twice, but it has become a pattern in people's life. From all the types of restaurants, you have gone from Sri Lankan to your hometown, what sort of brings the whole authentic Japanese cuisines here. So tell me, what would you say is a spark in you?
From childhood, I could never eat bad food.
Okay.
Right? So even if I made something that didn't taste good, I would actually throw it and try to make it, or starve even.
Okay.
But it's simply that. And I think that's a really good starting point and a good reason to try to come up with something that's good. I think with my Japanese background or heritage brings a lot of precision, a lot of sophistication to cutting ingredients, if you will. And when you apply that to, like, say, Sri Lankan curries, you're dealing with different textures, different, not necessarily taste, but the tuna curry.
Yeah.
If you cut it with sashimi grade tuna with Japanese knives, we are having different kinds of tuna in our hands.
All right, so today it's going to be an interesting shoot. Now, before I sort of tell you that, we're in Darshan's garden and it's completely done up and it's a beautiful locations to shoot. And I told him, I think this is where you have to break in for house parties. If he's not around, I think you should use it. But it's also the long weekend for us while we're shooting, so that explains the noise around us. But I thought the ambience is just perfect on a day like today for us to cook something different. So Darshan, explain this to me. I think you should just say it again.
Okay, we are cooking crab curry.
Right.
We are cooking two crab curries.
Yes.
Both these crabs were identical in size, identical in weight, and they're in two identical bowls, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to cook it. One is a bad crab, meaning it has hardly any meat. But remember, I told you it's the same weight. So after we cook this one, it's going to lose all the moisture and the meat's going to get shriveled up. Now, the reason I want to show this to your viewers is that not many people understand what a good crab and what a bad crab is. Say for a restaurant like Ministry of Crab, or Nihonbashi for that matter, we cannot use a crab which has one big claw and one small claw. We do not serve crabs by the kilo. We serve crab by a crab. I think the consumer knowing what a bad crab is, a water crab is, Waturo Kakulo, is important. Otherwise you get fleeced.
That is true. I actually didn't know about it.
So the price difference between these two is about half.
Oh, wow, really?
So that's about 4,000 rupees a kilo, sorry, 4,500 rupees a kilo, and that's about 2,000 bucks. So remember, I said same weight, same size. First of all, there is no right way, there is no wrong way to make a curry.
Okay.
Every house, every province, every person in Sri Lanka has a different way of making curries, right? But I think integral are our spices. They are really powerful, potent, and you're just trying to extract the flavors of the crab into the gravy and cook the crab right. So I'm just going to use some unroasted curry powder.
Okay.
Right? About 3 spoons each. So these are two identical bowls with half a liter of water.
So just to recap, we are cooking two crabs. One is the good one who goes to heaven and the other one is the naughty one, which is the bad crab. So we are going to see how it actually ends up.
Spice levels, up to you.
Oh yeah, you can go to town.
You can go to town.
Jaffna boy.
All right.
I
so
can
we'll
handle spice.
add one more. And turmeric. This is my favorite spice,
Okay.
and I think the flavors of this are great, and no one uses much. Salt, you're going to use at the end.
Right.
So this is just half a liter of water.
I think cooking is a gift because you actually make somebody happy by the end of it.
Right. So we're just going to pour that in there. All
Okay.
right. There's so many ways for making curry,
Yeah.
but
And I
in
think
a restaurant we make curry a la minute.
Okay.
So we have to make it in 20 minutes flat,
Oh, right. Okay.
from live crab to plated curry crab.
That is true.
So this is the way we devised it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and also crab is cooked in so many different ways and in different parts of this country. Like where I come from in Jaffna, murunga is the star of a crab curry because that gravy is completely based on the murunga. Just to ask you, we have celebrated your success of Asia's top 50 multiple times. Have you got tired of it? Do you want to push your envelopes a little bit more?
It's
Because the first time is like great, and after that you're like, listen, I just got it now. What am I going to do with it?
it's stressful in the sense that you want to be on the list again,
Yeah,
but there's nothing you can do.
that is true.
And in our case, we are a restaurant that doesn't change menus, right?
And people come for that menu. You can't.
And we are not a tasting menu restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm kind of proud that we are probably the cheapest restaurant on that list.
And also, it's great to know that not one, but both your babies have got a place on it.
So twice the stress.
Yeah.
So famous carapincho leaves. And I know everyone breaks this up, lemongrass, right?
You put it as it is.
The reason it's slightly hammered down, but these are things that we don't eat.
That's true.
Then
Why break it?
Why break it? Because it's easy to remove it.
That's true. So then goes rumpet.
Yeah. And then give that a stir.
I'm just going to step away and look from here.
Low flame.
Okay.
And cover that up. And we wait for it to get cooked.
So what is the estimate time for this?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. All right. So we have 20 minutes on the clock until the crab babies come out. Till then, I want to speak about his Japanese side to his life. All right, so you were 7 when you came to Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Okay. Looking back, so it's your dad. How did your dad and mom meet?
So my dad was in university in Japan, and
Love.
he was teaching English as a part-time job, and met my mom in Tokyo.
Okay. She was a student?
Yes.
Okay then. All right. So you came here when you were 7, and what sort of drove you into cooking? Because today it's a good thing, because when you say you're a chef, you're like, oh wow. But back in the days, there was a huge stigma, especially in the Sri Lankan context.
So I got banned from my mom's kitchen when I was about 13, I think,
Banned.
because I ate too much.
You ate too much. You have lost a lot of weight, though. I have to just add that into it.
So once she sent me on a diet that had 6 sandwiches a day,
Okay.
and she didn't realize it, but each sandwich is about 4 inches tall.
Right.
And like 2 eggs and times 4 a day.
Oh, wow.
6 a day. It was fun. So I went to study in the US.
Okay.
And it was there that I realized food in the dorms was really bad.
Mm.
So I started to cook by myself.
You started cooking by yourself.
And I
All
could
right.
not make bad food to eat. So I had to do my best to make it edible, good tasting, looking forward to eating it.
Just to recap about your life. Now, you have always found affiliations which have also, like, you have made crabs sit next to world-class cricketers, which is like a very odd combination to, like, you know, put cricketers into a crab and say, hey, there's a cricketer, there's a chef, and there are crabs. How did that lingo sort of work out? Because, telling the honest truth, I think Ministry of Crab got a lot of sexiness when this all started coming out. You're like, whoa, whoa. It was new to Sri Lanka.
I think one thing common between
The three of you all?
is Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And the crab restaurant idea came from a mutual friend. After he saw my TV show, that she dedicated one episode to crab.
Okay.
And from there, the story of, I came up with the name. It was sexy, it was quirky, it was scary. So we were just talking, and then we were looking for a location that was ministerial enough.
Right.
I didn't want a silver shiny building.
You wanted that rust.
And heritage building, call what you mean, but it had to be a powerful building.
That's it.
And then the Dutch hospital came around, and I asked Kumar and Mal, would you like to be a part of it, and they joined in, yeah.
Okay. Are you a cricket fan though?
Now I am. And I think the partnership between the three of us works because I don't
know much
about cricket.
Yeah.
It brings a tear
Can I say it here? When the chef is away, I'm doing the play. Oh, you just off the fire.
Let's eat some bread and let's.
So this is the best part. We are here to taste and also speak about that experiment. Do not forget, we are going through the whole series of knowing how to pick the right crab. So Darshan, what is what? For me, to my layman's eye, they both look perfectly fine.
Right, so this is the water crab, this is a meaty crab. First, let's start with the water crab.
Okay.
So, like I said, it's the same size, same weight, right? It breaks up so easily, and that's what happens.
All right.
Okay. And this is the meaty crab.
Okay, the same one. Oh, it makes sense now. Oh God.
So the claws can be big,
Yeah,
the
like
color
there's
can be the
nothing
same.
in between though.
right? So I'll keep that. You can use this for your gravies. And you recall that we had exact same amount of
Yeah.
water going into both, right? This one has more water than this. So this crab's weight was mainly water.
Ooh.
Right, I'm going to give you another trick.
Okay.
So this whole meat not appearing happens inside also. It's lesser
Okay.
here than this crab.
Okay, because we always choose this piece, no, when we go somewhere. That's what I choose.
Yeah, actually, you choose well.
Thanks.
So
Thank
the
you.
best part of a crab is the meat attached to this leg.
Really?
Because that's the fin the crab uses to swim. So let me just show exactly how to do it. So eating crab is not, those pincers are not the best tools. You can just peel it.
Every bit of it.
A lollipop. So dig in.
Yeah.
Let me get you some of the gravy.
Thank you. Tasting time is my favorite. I know today is your off day to have some carb in the process. Alright. This is just simple roasted kade pan. So that is the best, right?
Yeah.
You make your own kade pan or do you buy it?
If I made it, I'll be lying and call it kade pan.
Yeah, that's true.
Which actually comes from a bakery in Petta,
Oh, okay.
where they use wood fire
Wood
oven.
fire, of course. Mm-hmm. Should I say how good it is? I'm sorry. You know, I won't be surprised if I die of like a stomach infection one of these days. I end up all eating a good food and I'm telling these people, you should eat. Say no.
So I don't know if you remember, we didn't add any salt. There's natural salts in the crab, and that salt content varies from crab to crab. Very rarely, maybe about 1% of the time, we actually add salt to our crab dishes.
Oh, right. So, do you cook at home?
Maybe when I'm not working, which is like
Very rare.
very rare. Even today I had to get back to work. But I experiment a lot here.
Okay.
A little bit more, less chaos in the kitchens. Nihonbashi kitchens, Minister Crab kitchens.
How strict are you when it comes to your kitchen at all your restaurants?
Very, I would say.
Sure, I'm sure I can see people laughing at that.
Because we're trying to instill checks and balances, standards that does not exist in textbook. Like how to choose crab, I have to teach them. How to kill a crab, I have to teach them. How to open it up, how to cut them up.
And also, how long?
How to crack the claw.
Yeah.
Like this opening in one go is preempted.
Right.
Right? I mean, that's a bad one, but with a good one, I just pulled it out, it came out, right? So even that's engineered to be like that.
Like, how are you in the kitchen? Because I'm talking about like Gordon Ramsay and all. We see the whole hell break loose. Are you that bad?
He swears only in one language. I swear in at least
Japanese,
two.
Sri Lankan, English, you have it all coming.
And my staff would be witness to that.
Done with dinner, but there's always my favorite part. I just want to know what's for dessert.
There's one piece of bread left. Why don't we use that? I'll make something out of that.
All right. So I wanted dessert, and I get dessert, and it's going to be made in front of me.
Yeah. So we have one slice of kade pan left.
Okay.
Let's try to use that. So one egg.
One bush is close to you.
The sugar. And this milk. 3/4 of a cup maybe. And I don't want this whisk
Too much?
death.
Oh, really?
Yeah, give it all the different textures. This is for one slice of bread, yeah?
Oh, wow, you have to put so much. How long should you normally let it sort of?
As long as you can.
The longer the tastier.
The longer, the more it absorbs inside, and the softer it gets.
Here we go. Oh my god, it became pretty in the process. That bread became so big.
So try it. So this is maple syrup, but treacle works. Kitul pani, right?
And this is curd, no whipped cream.
Whipped cream. We'll try that.
Oh, thanks. I need to get some of the goodies on it. Oh wow, I'm just confused. I don't know what I'm doing with the cutlery now. Oh wow, so soft that I can't get into my mouth.
So when you have like bread that's going to waste,
God,
you can make this.
that's so good. That's the best French toast I've ever eaten. So good. This is an average kade pan that just got bloated so much. That's because that's the amount of goodness that's here. Don't disturb me. This shoot, I'm not giving this part to you all. I told you I can never be on a diet when there's bread around.
Man, it is good, huh?
You should know you made it. Well, I'm telling you, Darshan, it has been amazing chatting with you, coming to know a little bit more than what we have seen. You holding those giant fish and the big crabs, you know, beyond that, you know, beyond the surface, about what life at his place is. Well, one thing, the fact that you treasure what Sri Lanka is, And I think that speaks a lot, because I think if we all appreciate it, I don't think we are going to let the resources go,
Yeah.
but have the resources here to bring in more resources to our country. And you gave me this is the best end to a show, I would say. This is just the best thing. Every bit was great. And the best part is, if you do check out his restaurant, now you know the story behind most of the things that he cooks and the thinking behind every dish that's going to come to you, and that's the amazing part of it. Darshan, thank you so much for being with us on
Thank you
RTV.
for having me.
And it's going to be Danu on Fire very soon, but for now, it's going to be Danu putting on some weight. I'll see you soon.